You have to sit on your own shoulder like that little conscience, and you have to slap yourself across the tits and tell yourself to get back in the fucking game and get after it. The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. What is going on, fam? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with some more nuts on your chin. Thank you so much for being here. Check below the beard and the gains and smash that subscribe button for some more daily sack. And also, as always, in the description down below, more details on joining the Swole fam. Check out swolenormousx.com for all the programs, meditation, yoga, nutrition, virtual training. Oh, we got masterclass. We got everything inside Swolenormous X, and you can get started for less than $3. It's the best deal in town, and it's the best fam in the fucking realm, so go check it out. This video right here, this sack is a Swole fam sack. It's some Swole sack, and it's a very, very, very deep post, and it's very important. And this one definitely needs some comments and definitely needs some feedback, because a lot of you watching this are dealing with things like this right now. You have dealt with it and you have perspective. So definitely put some comments down below. I'm going to read through this post and I want to dig into it because this is some serious shit and I feel like this can help a lot of people. So let's get into it. Matt says, "Fam, I need help. I'm not an active poster, but I've been around for a little while. I've had a rough weekend. I'm raising 2 toddlers. I've been working 12 to 20 hours a day for the last 3 weeks. I'm in school working towards my MBA. My kids have been horrible this weekend. I got bad news from work, and I've had a rough time with a group assignment in school. To top the weekend off, I just found out someone I respect greatly, who has been a mentor to me, has passed away. Someone who has always been there for me to turn to for advice, and whose advice I haven't always taken. It's too much. I don't know what to do. I just want to drink until I pass out and don't feel the pain anymore." All right, so first off, Matt, I'm really sorry to hear about your mentor and that person that was close to you. There's no replacement for that. Like a father figure, someone you look up to, someone that you respect, and that regret that you might feel from, like you said, not taking their advice. My grandfather personally was a huge mentor to me, always provided for me and gave me advice and life advice and opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So when he passed, that was actually the catalyst that got me started and just catapulted me right into Swolenormous. So in 2016, right after he passed, a couple months before, I went all in and here we are today. So I do understand the impact that a mentor or someone close to you like that can have in your life. So my condolences. So when it comes to everything else that you said, dude, you got 2 little kids. You said 2 toddlers. You're working 12 to 20 hours a day. As far as I know, there's only 24 hours a day. So 20 hours a day, that's insane. And you're also working towards your MBA. So massive respect for the fucking grind, dude. You need to give yourself some credit. I know you don't think of it as glorious, you're not fighting a war, but you are challenging the fuck out of yourself. You are doing more than 99% of people in this country, let alone the world. You are working your ass off. And I'm not trying to say that people don't have it worse than Matt, but you know what I'm saying? In terms of work ethic, you are topping yourself up because you don't have to work towards an MBA. You can just have kids and work a job. So not only that, you are actively investing in yourself and your education for you and for your children. Obviously, when you think about your MBA, you're thinking about your future and you're thinking about the future of you and your family. So respect for that. Right now, this is just a perfect storm. You're exhausted from school. You're exhausted from work. And to top that off, you're concerned about your kids. Your kids were being brats or whatever. You said they were horrible this weekend. So they're probably throwing tantrums or whatever. I'm just assuming. On top of that, you had that tragedy with your mentor. So first thing, I appreciate the fact that you posted. The fact that you posted, the fact that you came out of your shell, the fact that you stuck your neck out just shows that you are willing to hold yourself accountable for your next actions. You are putting yourself out there because you don't want to go to the bottle. You don't want to drink yourself into a stupor. That's why you're posting, because you are looking for advice and you're looking for a slap on the ass, a pat on the back, and a slap across the fucking face to keep going. So I'm gonna provide that for you, but also wanna give you some more context. This is just a perfect storm. This is a lot of shit converging all at once. And one of the things that causes a lot of people to eat shit food is exhaustion. When you're exhausted, you're not thinking clearly. You make terrible decisions. You opt more for junk foods because you're exhausted, so you want that sugar bump. If you're exhausted, you're also not thinking through this situation clearly. Of course, you're still upset. Of course, it's still a tragic event that your mentor has passed, but you're also looking at your life from a much more pessimistic and negative standpoint when you're exhausted. So your lens is dirty, so to speak. That window pane needs to be cleaned. Something that can help with that is yoga and meditation. Going for a walk if you have time or you have the ability, drinking more water, getting some more sleep. That's not always available because of your schedule, but some meditation can definitely give you some time for yourself and some reflection. So some active reflection, some downtime if it's possible. Alcohol is not the answer. That's the same thing as a food addict going to food. So I don't have all the answers. I'm not a certified professional to help with counseling from that standpoint. So I encourage you, if you keep feeling those urges to just drink your sorrows away, to even go to an AA meeting or surround yourself with people like that, because even having those urges, that needs to be prevented. That needs to be stopped before you actually go down that road, because if that's your instinct, think about where that can lead to. So any of you watching that have perspective on this, you could drop in the comments below, because I don't want to step out of my lane. I'm not trying to, go across any boundaries. I don't want to tell you what to do or not give you the proper advice, but I want to let you know that the Swole Fam is here. And there are a lot of people that are going to drop comments below right now that are where you are right now, that have been, and if not, that they may be, because we all go through tragedy. Our parents are eventually going to pass away. Our grandparents are going to pass away. Maybe our brother and sister or a close friend will pass away. Maybe our children. You never know. You don't have to be a certain age to have a tragic event. We have them all the time. It has to come down to how you manage these situations and how you manage your stress. And sometimes people have a long day at work, they come back and they have a beer or they have a drink. Sometimes they have 5 beers. Sometimes they have 5 drinks. So it can definitely spiral out of control. So I really encourage you to plug into the Swole Fam more, maybe get some in-person support if you have the availability in your area. But it's very important not to put a label on your situation. It's very important to not identify yourself with your problems, if that makes sense. What's going on in your life does not define you. You're not a waste of space. You're not a bum. You're not someone who's drowning. It's all your perspective. I look at this as you're taking control of your fucking life. You are working your ass off to support yourself and your children. You're not sleeping a lot because you have a lot on your plate, but you're actively pursuing a better life for yourself and your family. That's something to be extremely respected. Sometimes, even in my life, I have to step back and refocus and realize all the amazing things that I have, all the amazing things that are going for me, and put that into perspective of things that aren't going so well. Because even Papa Swolio, I have things I'm not happy with. I have things that I'm working on. And not only are we able to work on those things in our lives, but we have to work on how we perceive those things in our lives as well. Because once you step back and you look at the actual issues in your life and in our lives, for example, it puts into perspective and makes it seem like it's all part of this greater plan. And I'm not trying to get religious, I'm getting philosophical, because our journeys are different, but our collective consciousness, our existence, we're all just going through and navigating experiences. So death is a part of life. The only thing that's certain after you're born is that you're going to die. When and how, that hasn't been written yet. So death is a part of life. When there is a death, when there is a tragedy, it all comes down to how we respond to it. The black and white, the objective reality, a person passed away. How you respond to that, how you internalize that, and how you use that is going to determine your future. You can't sit around and be miserable all the time. You can't hold on to that and feel like there's no way out. You have to move on. Life goes on. Not to mention you have an MBA, you have a job, and you have toddlers. So you have to be there for your kids, and you have to be there for your job and for your school. So Matt, I really hope you see this video, and I know you got a lot of great responses inside the Swole Fam, but remember, we are here for you. But remember to be there for yourself. It can't always come from the outside, because what if you posted this on your Instagram or your public Facebook page and everyone ragged on you? Let's say it was totally negative. Let's say no one responded. Then what? Are you just gonna that's it? So you have to be your best audience. You have to be your biggest fan. You have to be your biggest supporter. You have to sit on your own shoulder. You have to sit on your own shoulder like that little conscience and you have to slap yourself across the tits and tell yourself to get back in the fucking game and get after it, because that's the only option. So I hope this was inspiring. I know I don't have the exact answer because that's your process, Matt, but if anyone else watching this has any additional insights up to maybe some strategies, I think meditation and mindfulness is an amazing start. I know a lot of people that don't meditate or be like, oh my God, just can't wash it away with meditation. If you've never meditated, that's what you might think and that's what you might say. If you have a regular meditation practice or a mindfulness practice, it's a life changer. So it really is a massively powerful tool as you hone that skill. So I can only recommend that. More sleep, of course, maybe some time management, maybe some, nutritional shifts can be of benefit to you, Matt, but it's going to start with you being your biggest supporter and getting some perspective. So I hope that this video, and I hope that the comments down below and inside the Swole fam as well, give you some of that perspective so you can get back on the horse and crush it. So fam, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to drop a comment and let Matt know what you think and show him some support. This is stuff that we all go through at some time in our lives. And it's not an easy journey all the time, but it is a valuable one. And as long as we take these punches and learn from them, we can adapt for the future. So we just have to fortify our skills. These are challenges. These are bumps in the road. These are little hurdles that once we overcome them, we're able to overcome the next ones better. We become more efficient. We become more adaptable, which is really what life is all about. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Drop those comments down below. And if you want to join me, Matt, and the rest of the Swole fam inside Swolenormous X, check out the links below for swolenormousx.com. You could join the Swole fam for less than $3. We would love to have you. You can learn more about all the programs, the training, the nutrition, the meditation, all that over at swolenormousx.com. The Swole fam really is the greatest fitness fam. You should see the comments under this post. I mean, it's amazingly supportive. So tragedies happen. We can't prevent them, but it's all how we react to them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you real soon for some more nuts on your chin. Peace.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the